The first widely confirmed public relationship of Megan Thee Stallion was with Moneybagg Yo. This happened in 2019 when Megan was starting to gain serious attention in the music industry. At the time, she was transitioning from rising artist to someone people were beginning to recognize consistently. Their relationship became public through social media interactions and their collaboration on a song. By the end of 2019, the relationship ended without any major public breakdown, but it was clear things didn't last. Around early 2020, Megan Thee Stallion was stepping into a completely different level of visibility. Her name was everywhere and her music was gaining momentum. During that same period, she was frequently seen around Tory Lanez and, at first, it didn't look like anything serious. Just two artists in the same spaces, showing up at the same events, and moving within the same circles. But over time, those appearances became more consistent. While nothing was ever clearly defined at the time, there was enough proximity for people to believe there was some kind of personal connection forming. What makes this situation stand out is how quickly everything changed. Because before anything could really settle into something clear or long-term, things took a serious and unexpected turn. In July 2020, both Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez were involved in an incident in Los Angeles after leaving a gathering. What followed became one of the most widely discussed and serious moments in Megan's life. Megan later stated that she had been shot during that incident. And the situation escalated into a legal case that lasted for years. In December 2022, Tory Lanez was found guilty on multiple charges related to the shooting. And in 2023, he was sentenced to prison. After everything that happened in 2020, Megan Thee Stallion entered a different phase of her life. She became quieter, more controlled and intentional. And in that new chapter, one of the most visible connections she had was with Pardison Fontaine. Their relationship started gaining attention toward the end of 2020. At a time when Megan was still dealing with the emotional and public aftermath of everything that had unfolded earlier that year with Tory Lanez. But unlike the previous situation, this one didn't begin with chaos or speculation. It developed more gradually. They were seen supporting each other publicly, engaging online and slowly, confirming what fans were already beginning to suspect. By early 2021, the relationship was essentially public. They were posting each other, speaking about each other, and appearing to operate as a couple without hiding it. For the first time in a while, Megan seemed to be in something that wasn't surrounded by controversy or uncertainty. And that's why this relationship stood out so much. It wasn't loud in a chaotic way. It was visible in a steady way. It lasted through 2021 and into 2022, making it one of her longest publicly known relationships. But even with that stability on the surface, things eventually started to shift. As time went on, the public appearances slowed down, and by early 2023, the relationship had come to an end. After her long-term relationship with Pardison Fontaine began to fade out of public view, Megan Thee Stallion entered a period where her personal life became noticeably more private. She was still very active professionally and still in the spotlight. But when it came to relationships, there was less clarity than before. And during this time, one of the names that began circulating in online conversations was Romelu Lukaku. Now, unlike her earlier relationships, this situation was never officially confirmed. There were no direct statements from either side saying they were in a relationship. What existed instead were brief public appearances and speculation from fans after they were seen in similar spaces around the same period. And in the age of social media, that alone is often enough to start a narrative. But when you look closely, there's a clear difference between confirmed relationships and situations built entirely on observation and assumption. This falls into the second category. Megan Thee Stallion once again found herself linked to someone new in the public eye. This time, it was NBA player Torrey Craig. Unlike some of the earlier situations in her timeline that were built on heavy speculation or long public visibility, this connection was more recent, more subtle, and much shorter in duration. It began to gain attention in 2024, when the two were seen interacting publicly and spending time around the same circles. And as always, once a celebrity pairing becomes visible even in small ways, the conversation starts almost immediately. Fans began noticing appearances. Small moments that suggested familiarity. And social media quickly filled in the gaps with assumptions. But compared to earlier relationships in her timeline, this one never reached a long, fully public stage. There were no extended public confirmations or long-term relationship rollout moments. Instead, what developed was brief visibility, followed by a quiet fade from public discussion. And by late 2024, the connection had effectively ended or stopped being publicly active. There was no dramatic announcement or public explanation. Just a gradual disappearance from the spotlight, which is often how shorter, less formal connections in celebrity timelines tend to end. And in Megan Thee Stallion's case, this followed a clear pattern that had started forming over time. Long-term relationships tend to be public and structured. Shorter ones tend to appear quickly, and fade just as quietly. But what makes this one important in her timeline is not its length. It's how it fits into the broader shift in her personal life. In the summer of 2025, Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion captivated the public with their unexpected romance, marked by red carpet debuts and public affection. Their relationship, initially appearing as a fairy tale, quickly escalated from courtside dates to family holidays and rumors of engagement. However, the fairy tale dissolved in April 2026, when Megan revealed allegations of infidelity and broken trust on social media, accusing Klay of failing to commit. The internet was set ablaze at the news of their separation. Fans were very angry at the news of the couple splitting up. Following the abrupt end to their 9-month relationship, Megan moved forward, leaving the NBA star to face the aftermath of their very public breakup. And beyond the confirmed relationships, there have been several other names that fans have connected to Megan Thee Stallion over time. Names like Burna Boy, Did Baby, and even Meek Mill. All became part of the conversation at different points. But when you really take a step back, most of those situations never had a clear beginning. Never had a confirmed relationship. And never had an official ending. They existed in that space between what actually happened and what people believe they saw. Drop a comment on which relationship was your favorite. Also subscribe, like and share for more.